These days we've often to have a state of continuous bad mood that we all know and call it as depression. Depression became an overused word lately, and it shouldn't be mixed up with the feelings of sadness, nostalgia or melancholy. It is okay to be sad if you're fed diet, to feel nostalgic about your family, to study abroad, and it's okay to cry for the relationship that you broke up a few months ago. Sometimes it can be very tricky to recognize the difference between difficult life situation and the symptoms of depression. There are few aspects that directly influenced our mood and well-being. For example, having friends and family, meaningful job, productively using your free time, having to look forward to, and so on. These are the dimensions that we continuously work on and try to optimize. We need these aspects settled in order to not lead us a miserable and rigid life. But what happens if you are static in your social life? What if it wouldn't work and you have lots of free time, but you still wake up at night while you stare at the ceiling thinking that your life is going nowhere? Well, in that case you actually might be depressed. Depression manifests as the dysfunction of the emotional regulation. It's a situation where your mood is not aligned to the actual reality. Nothing really tragic has occurred, but something inside is telling you that everything is actually a failure and tragic. Then suddenly your whole mood is down, and it starts to affect your capability to relax and have fun, work, socialize with other people, or to define your self-confidence. And to paint the whole picture, we also need to define and identify what depression isn't. We can use somebody like James for example. James works in a software company as a janitor. James is single in the last 8 years because he has a drinking problem. He developed his addiction when his mother was diagnosed with cancer, so he had to work as janitor to pay for his mother's therapy even though he hadn't any engineering degree. Now he feels like he is stuck. The future looks foggy and miserable. Because of the drinking problem, he lost a lot of weight and self-confidence went down the hill. So he started to avoid his friends instead of doing something about his appetite and alcohol addiction. Now, he is friendless, without a partner, and broke. This is not a depression, but instead this is just a horrible life. He is the man with a lot of problems, and his problems are his low salary, sick mother, unsatisfactory job, and alcohol addiction. And some of his problems are not even his own fault, but they are real-life problems on which he has to work hard and eventually solve it. We can also explain what depression is and isn't on a scientific biochemical level using two hormones, dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is the hormone of happiness. It's associated with positive emotions that makes us more enthusiastic. It is our best friend when it comes moving forward in life. Low levels of serotonin, on the other hand, are connected with negative emotions and general dissatisfaction. It's the #1 hormone associated with, you guess it, depression. And because according to Professor Jordan Peterson, the symptoms of depression and low status are pretty much the same, many are diagnosed with depression where in fact they are just having a horrible life and a lot of problems, which is no fun at all. The diagnosis is the same but the cure is different. If you are doing reasonably well in several of the dimensions that contribute to help your life and you feel sad all the time, this is where antidepressant comes in handy, because they can work like charm if the problem lies within your emotional revelations. On the other hand, if you are incompetent without friends or a partner, or if you don't have anything productive to do, or if you don't even have a job or some kind of routine, then antidepressant won't help you much. They can help you stand on your feet and dig up on the problems one at a time. But the real cure lies in taking responsibility and putting your life together. Since right now you're not everything you could be, and there's really a positive message in that. Once you start to confront the issues in your life and disarm them, then the world does not seem as dark and miserable as you think after all. You can watch all videos of Pinoy TV discussion to improve your total personality and life skills. Thanks for watching.